What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a bit, but I've been super busy lately. I apologize. But I have had some time to do some experimenting with some stuff on the Genesis, and I'm going to be making videos on actually doing more stuff with the stuff. But I did my first attempt at a carbon fiber wrap on this little piece right here, and I have some air bubbles and stuff that I'm having trouble getting out. And if I open the door right here, I did some Alcantara right here, and I'm going to hopefully do more Alcantara because I really want to make this interior feel really, really nice. And Alcantara is definitely a material I can do that with. But the main subject of today's video is the coilovers on the Genesis, because I have had cars, or a car, with lowering springs before. And lowering springs were cool. I mean, it lowers the car, it looks nice, rides pretty close to stock. But what some people don't seem to realize is that coilovers and lowering springs are very, very different. All right, so when making a choice between coilovers and lowering springs, there are two main things you have to think of. One is, what is your budget? And two is, what is you want to build your car for? Because lowering springs are usually not that expensive, like $150 to $250. It's not that bad. Coilovers have a pretty large range of prices depending on what brand you go with. I mean, yeah, you could get eBay coilovers for like around $300, but I wouldn't really recommend you go that route. Lowering springs are just basically good for looks. I mean, they don't really add much in terms of performance, and you won't be able to really slam your car if that's what you're trying to go for with lowering springs, because lowering springs, I don't think I've really ever seen a lowering spring drop a car more than like 2.25 inches. So lowering springs are really great if you want to lower your car a little bit. I mean, it does add a little bit in performance, but it's not going to be a huge noticeable difference. And your ride quality isn't going to change all that much. It's going to be pretty close to stock ride quality. Coilovers are pretty great. You can do a lot with them. And depending on what version or brand of coil you go with, you can still have a really comfortable ride quality. It just comes down to how much you're willing to spend. If you're willing to drop $2 grand on your suspension, then go ahead and get some really high-end coilovers. But if you'd rather stay on the cheaper side of things without having to spend a bunch of money on your suspension, you can definitely do that. That's the great thing about coilovers, is there's pretty much a coilover for everybody. Well, it's about to rain again. Yep, here we go. And I love living here. It's great, but like, it's been raining a lot, and we need to chill, boys. All right, so when I put coilovers on my car, it changed a lot more than I thought it would. I was expecting, car gets lower, suspension gets stiffer, and that be it. But no, it changed a lot more than that. Obviously, there was just the cosmetic stuff it did, like lower the car, as I mentioned before, and then it stiffened up the suspension, which is nice because your car handles a lot nicer. It feels like it's glued to the road. Like, this car literally feels like it does not want to come off the ground. But with that, you sacrifice a lot of ride quality. This isn't gonna feel like, your nice soft Lexus. Like, it honestly stiffened up the entire car. My steering feels more direct. Whenever I do a pull, my car feels so much more planted and solid. It changed a lot more than I thought it would. With coilovers, I can adjust everything, just tailor it to what I want it to be like. And I mean, with lowering springs, you can't really do that. You just put the spring on and whatever happens, happens. So what would you rather go with? Would you rather have lowering springs or coilovers? Personally, I would go coilovers, I mean, for obvious reasons, but I mean, everybody, has different interests and opinions. So drop down in the comments which one you would rather have, and stay tuned because I'm gonna be doing some stuff with this car's interior to make it feel a lot cooler. It's gonna look amazing. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and have an awesome rest of your day.